Welcome back to even more Daily Rundown with me, Dan Morfitt, and my guests, Madie Howard and John Cooper. Our next story is great. NASA has announced its largest ever discovery of new planets using its Kepler Space Telescope. Some 1,284 new worlds outside our solar system have been confirmed, including 9 Earth-like planets which could potentially support life. A total of 21 exoplanets are now believed to belong to this so-called exclusive Hall of Fame group. Experts say that the findings bring hope that another Earth could eventually be found, and it may also mean that there are more planets than stars. The unmanned Kepler Observatory, launched in 2009, has been scanning 150,000 stars for signs of orbiting planets. So, in the words of S Club 7, are you ready to reach for the stars?
Yes, and I want to go there now, today, and I want to be the first person to find those planets, well, after then, and go there and live there, and buy some land while it's cheap.
Don't think about the meeting new species or going to places to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Buy the land while it's cheap, that's what people will be thinking.
This is a really weird story, because after all the doom and gloom and the politics and all that, this genuinely fills me with hope.
It's awesome. It's beautiful. The fact that, you know, aside from the frustration of, oh, I'll never get there in my lifetime, the idea that I don't know about you, but I've always believed that there's got to be life out there. I've always been a kind of like, is there aliens? Yeah, of course there's aliens. We've just not met them. You know, is there anything? Yes. It's not doom and gloom. You live here and there's one planet and then we die. There is stuff out there without a shadow of a doubt, and that's not crazy kind of I believe in aliens. You know, let's go and do the rapture type stuff. It's the science of yes, it will. The chemistry has got to be out there somewhere that'll happen. So it's really cool that they've kind of found all this stuff.
I think the odds are smaller of more life in the universe than us. Then it was Leicester winning the Premier League. Yeah. So they've got to be out there. Yeah. Madie, are you excited by 9 exoplanets, 9 possible new homes that we could move to?
Yeah, completely. And I was thinking about how amazing it is that we have the technology and the constantly advancing technology, that we've found them and that we know now. And I think the more, obviously the more planets there are, like the statistical likelihood of there being life on other planets goes up. So that's just confirming what people like you and I have believed, that there's got to be life out there.
I feel sorry for kids at school because, you know, always having to remember Mercury, Venus, Mars, Earth. No, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. And going through the whole solar system. Yeah. Pluto becoming a planet, not becoming a planet.
Mercury disappearing.
Neptune going. Now kids have got to learn all these 1,264 new planets outside of the solar system alone. It's great.
Yeah, they won't have to name them all, I don't think, but it would be nice if they kind of identified some, as I say, the exoplanets. After the naming of the exoplanets will be just cool to kind of, there's this out there and there's that out there, you know. The next, what needs to be worked on next is folding space, because that's got to be a thing. Right, I even believe that that's a thing, which is like
so when you can fold it and then travel from point A
where you travel from point to B. It's like the kind of most scientifically accurate time travel philosophy about how warp speed exists, where you basically get 2 points and then you fold them together using some crazy theory.
Because warp speed isn't traveling from A to B; it's just bringing A to B closer together and traveling that distance.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is. You're not actually traveling through space; you're merely folding the space and just like folding a bit of paper and then just jumping from one edge to another edge and then flattening me out again.
This is exciting, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Apart from all the rubbish that we have to deal as mankind that has invented democracy and invented the car. Yeah. There's people in Cape Canaveral now and in Houston and just looking up and getting data that we've never even dreamed of.
And on the flip side of that, if there are these Earth-like planets, they will now have a thing coming into their solar system. So we are the aliens to potentially whoever that is. And there's like, who was it? Stephen Hawking said he didn't want to know if there was life on other planets because he believed that if there was, it would probably be a really bad thing and we'd just get destroyed. really
That and there is the
quickly.
new Independence Day film coming out this summer.
There is, yeah.
But think about
There's like that really good Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There's a bit about kind of like the space fleet that fly all the way to the attacking planet, and they get to the planet, and then the entire space fleet is swallowed by a small dog.
Yeah.
Because on the sense of scale, that's what it is. So it's kind of like, yeah, like Independence Day. It's like, what if there is life out there? Yeah, there's a planet that's just like Earth, but it's like 2,000 times the size of Earth, and the people are bigger than giants. And if they got here, they'd just kind of like breathe and would all die. You know.
Could you imagine Donald Trump if he found one of these planets? He would probably try and build a wall around them and say they were migrants.
And have lots of supporters.
And have
Somehow.
lots of supporters. Maddie, do you think this is a great shout for us now to not give a jot about greenhouse gases? If there's another Earth out there, I'm just going to stop recycling.
Do you recycle at the minute?
I do. I
Religiously?
recycle like a demon.
Good, lots of people do.
I shred all my paper, all my plastics are recycled. I recycle everything.
I was actually wondering if they would treat their Earth better than we treat ours.
And that may be the shout of, I was about to say greater people than us, but politicians, who basically goes, well, we found another planet, we're fine.
Yeah, and if we found another planet and moved to it, everyone would be an immigrant.
Or it goes like WALL-E and we all just become big gelatinous blobs of fat on a big spaceship.
Yeah.
Again, we're talking about America. Right, let's talk about our last story now. Workers at Google have proposed a set of new emojis. I love that word. Including female engineers, female farmers, female plumbers, and female chemists, all aimed at promoting workplace gender equality. The proposed emojis are you ready for this?
Yes.
It's an exhaustive list. Doctor, nurse, scientist, graduate, office worker, IT worker, factory worker, assembly line staff, mechanic, farmer, chef, teacher, and singer. Each of the new professions depicted would be available in both male and female forms and many different colours. Now, I'm old. Are emojis that important? Maddie,
Yes.
you're part of this millennial generation. I hate that word.
So do I.
Millennial.
Generation Y. That's better. Anyway, emojis, very important. Love them.
Really?
Yeah, use them all the time.
What for?
Flirting. And also talking to people in general.
Okay.
Captions on social media. Texts.
You got me at flirting. I'm missing a trick here.
John,
Whatever you
yeah.
want.
John, just
Yeah.
away from Maddie.
Okay.
Do you use emojis?
I've never used one. I used one of a microphone once, but it took too long for us to type in, so I never used it again.
Guys, I can hear you.
I'm 36. I don't understand what the heck they mean.
I thought they were like smileys.
So did I.
Which are kind of like androgynous in that they're neither male nor female, you know? So it's kind of, the idea of it being a male and female emoji just kind of makes it more complicated than it needs to be.
Maddie, you know about
Get
these
involved
things.
now.
Producer Emmy told us that some people text or WhatsApp or Snapchat, I really am old, using just emojis. Is this true?
Just emojis?
Yeah, just emojis.
You might in response. Like if somebody says something and you don't know if it's that funny, you'll put a pokey tongue face.
If
Or
that-
if someone
That's
says
a smiley
something...
though, isn't it? That pokey tongue face is just... That is,
Oh, okay, right, no, yeah. So, emojis, right, I like the dancing women. However, I don't at the same time. It's an emoji, and she's like, yeah, there's a party.
Okay.
So if I say something particularly cool, which is all the time, then I'll put the dancing woman.
Are you...
But I do that, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm off on one.
No, go.
Dan,
I think,
Yes.
I think I'm getting
get
it.
on
I
the
think
train.
Let's see your pokey tongue emoji. Right. Are we ever going to get to a point where somebody has a child and instead of giving them a name, they're just going to do it in emojis like diamond, poop, aubergine?
I might actually have been using emojis without realising I'm using them if they're defined by the way, because I'm looking at them as the tiny little yellow faces with the hats on.
They're not emojis.
Are they emojis? Because then there's like, if you use like face,
hats
there's like face,
Yeah,
but
emojis,
then
that's what they are.
Facebook Messenger, right?
Yeah.
Or other messengers are available. When you use they have like these stickers.
Yeah.
Are they emojis or are
Yeah.
they stickers?
Yeah, but I think mainly we're talking about on the keyboard of smartphones.
Okay.
And anyway, this is great because women are not just to be looked at, and I'm sick of that being a thing, and especially in younger generations. And I'm glad that they're being represented as human beings, because guess what they are?
It is a bit ridiculous that, you know, if emojis are these cool, hip, modern things, that we're only just getting female doctor, female chemist, female engineer.
In what context would you use that? As a
Well-
message piece.
Are
you ill?
The
male
boiler's
doctor, female
broken.
doctor?
I have a female engineer.
Like,
Lols.
If you're talking about the topic and you want to make your message more interesting, you'll insert an emoji.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
I mean, I get it.
You know?
I get it on a psychological level because the people respond to faces. The face is one of the most natural things that you see when you're born, and you can have like
Yeah.
the yellow circle with 2 dots and a semicircle underneath it. That's a face, and people engage with that on a really fundamental psychological level. Even though it's not a face, it's just like 4 lines, but you engage with that. So I kind of see why these are there on that level. It just seems like part and parcel of social media that you can waste your life doing stuff that isn't in the scheme of things is not necessarily important.
But things like IT worker, office worker, farmer, teacher, surely it could just be an emoji of a person with a clipboard. Just to make it easy for the emoji creators.
Yeah, but there are male emojis where it's different professions, and so they're just kind of matching it. Because it's just such a sort of basic, outdated gender stereotype that the man is normal and then women are in the home. If you think about it, you know, women in the workplace, it's still very recent. So it's just relying on sort of old gender stereotypes that women who work are in beauty-related professions.
So this is a step forward for equality then?
Oh, well, completely, and just for visibility and for everything to not be so centred on how women look and that being their value. I would like to have an emoji that isn't just, you know, a dancer who's in a leotard, and they are sort of beauty-centric emojis and they don't represent you.
These sound very detailed.
They do. I mean, it's like I was looking because I did the kind of looked at the article where it's kind of these are the female emojis, and it's I'm amazed that they've gone firstly for the male and female as opposed to they're all still yellow. Should we be looking at different colours?
No, they're minions.
All right, okay.
Yeah, the yellow ones are just minions, I think.
Right.
I'm really confused. I'm never going to get it. Right, that's all we have time for in this part of the show, but we'll be back in a few minutes' time for music. Some Hairy Boy Blues from Jodie, aka She Beat. All of that on the Daily Rundown in a couple of minutes.